You're listening to the Arts Report on YouTube.
Local band Glass Kites released their album online and for free on January the 1st this year, and they're celebrating their physical album release tomorrow at 560. Leon and Nate, two members of the band, dropped by at CiTR a couple weeks ago and talked to Arts Report correspondent Adam Janusz about the daring move of offering their music for free online. They also talk about combining digital production with good old-fashioned instrumentation. But to start, Adam asked Nate about how the music of Glass Kites comes together.
Well, definitely it's different a lot of the times. Sometimes it'll be like you see on TV in a garage when we're like just jamming. But most of the time it's actually me and Leon get together and come up with music on a piano.
Okay.
And a guitar and a piano. We'll switch off. We both play guitar and piano, so we switch off and then just write sections on the piano, and then slowly we'll realize what we want that part to actually be played on. Like we'll want a synthesizer to play that or something, and then we'll write a lead melody on the piano, which will be eventually played on another instrument
Or sung.
Sung,
I mean,
sung.
Even a lot of the melodies I sang weren't originally vocal melodies.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
A lot of them were written by Nate or
Right.
by another member.
Okay.
So it's a tough question to answer because every song is so different.
Yes.
Some songs
It's a different process for every song.
Totally. I mean, like you look at a song like The Body, which is on the record, and like for instance, that's an electronic song, and that song I basically made the beat for it, and I wrote the piano part for it, and it was kind of like my little kind of song. And then you look at a song like Terra, which is the opening track on the record after the intro, and that's kind of like Nate's baby, and he wrote that mainly on
On the piano, yeah.
So it's totally different, and then sometimes we write together. But we're all multi-instrumentalists, and most of us are computer geeks as well, and electronic musicians.
How much of a part does that play? Because you say, a lot of it is just actually on good old-fashioned instruments like piano.
There.
It starts there
Yeah,
with piano and guitar. How much of the production and the making of your music is digital?
Well,
How much?
Well, we're slowly trying to incorporate more and more electronics into it because we all love these new realms that you get when you cross organic with electronic.
Cool. So it's about that crossroads.
Oh, totally.
Absolutely.
That's the big thing.
That's exactly right.
Because if you go too far in any direction, I want to make it so it's like everything in one. Like I always want to do that. That everything I love is in one package, so that when I put it on, it's everything at once. Like I don't want to just do one thing. I'm one of those people who wants to do everything.
Yeah.
And so we all are like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
And who does that out there in the world that inspires you? Who does that?
The crossing?
mix? Yeah.
Well, there's Pat Metheny. He's always been a guy who says he's a guitar player, jazz guitar player, and he has a big group that he goes around with. And he's always had that ideology of crossing organicism with electronics. I mean, so many bands nowadays are doing that. It's kind of what you have to do to
All
stay
the
on
most
top.
modern bands, all the most modern, cutting edge, awesome bands to us at least,
Yeah.
are the ones who are crossing electronics with live. And that's so cool to us. Like like bands like Radiohead or bands like Mew. Bands like Jagged Jazzist, who have everything from horns to synths to drum beats that are played on organic kits to drum beats that are played
jazz kits, like real jazz. Yeah.
Do you ever worry about too much mixing, like too much of a good thing?
Yes, definitely, because
Right?
we want to be focused. We want to be a focused band who sounds like this. And sometimes, but then again, I look at all the bands that I love the most, and first of all, every song is its own baby. Not every song. I don't like records where every song sounds the exact same. Personally, I mean, I can respect them, and I do enjoy them, but I can't listen all the way through them because they're not dynamic.
Yeah, it's good to be focused, but like not too focused. Like you want to, I don't know.
You want
But
to
not too rigid and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
too
yeah.
repetitive.
Exactly. Explorations is very important for us.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, tell me about some of the reception that your new album is getting. For example, you got a nice review in the Georgia Straight.
Yeah, we got a solid review in the Georgia Straight. I mean, that was really cool to see. I mean, ever since I was like, in high school, playing with my bros and bands and stuff, I've always been like, I want to be in the Georgia Straight. So that was really cool to see that. And we've been playing on I think CBC Radio 2, this fantastic program called The Signal with Laurie Brown.
Yes.
And I'm a huge fan of that show, and she's played us, I think like 4 times in the last couple of weeks. So that's been like mind blowing.
Yeah.
And then just, Yeah.
I'll say something.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We put our album up for free online, and that was a really smart choice because recently on our Facebook page we've been getting all these comments from people all over the world, and we barely done any promotion yet, and like just randomly already, because it's free, I guess blogs have been posting it. Obviously that's how it happens nowadays,
right? Which is obviously at first sort of a risk, like, you know, should we do this, should we not?
Yeah.
But you're finding it's
no,
been a
yeah.
good move.
You mean the free releasing for free? Yeah, that's what you have to do nowadays.
Seemed like an obvious choice to us. Yeah, just because nowadays, you know, blogs rule the music scene in a lot of ways. At least we believe, and a lot of blogs just will not post
if
stuff
they don't know you.
If they don't have access to it,
they're not going to pay for you.
Exactly.
What reason do they have to pay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, we've actually like had money coming in completely on a voluntary basis, and that's just such an amazing feeling to have money coming in completely voluntarily. It's like saying, like, here's a free coffee, and if you like the coffee, you can also pay whatever you want for the coffee, and then money's actually coming in. Wow, that must be some good coffee. You know what I mean? It's nice.
So that was Nate and Leon talking to Arts Report correspondent Nick. I'm Nick Sartore. He was talking to Adam Janusz about releasing their album online and for free. And you can check out the Glass Kites if you go to their Bandcamp page, which is glasskites.bandcamp.com. And on that page, you can find their full record, and you can pay whatever you want for it, which is pretty awesome.
Don't miss the Arts Report on CiTR Radio in Vancouver, 101.9 FM. That's Wednesdays at 5 p.m. We're also streaming online at CiTR.ca every Wednesday at 5. And don't miss our podcast, which you can find, at CiTR.ca.